running. We are live on Shorts. Make sure my mic's working today. It is. That's good news. That is very good news. We're live here. I think we're set. I think we're set. Bang. First try. All right. How we doing today, fellas? I gotta get the Greg Bank back, boys. That is our goal for today. I mean, I doubt we're getting all of it back, but if we get up to at least like 800 mil, that would be nice. I do still have the skeleton key that I haven't used yet, so maybe that'll come in handy later. We'll just have to see. But we're gonna try and get some shenanigans up and running today. That is the game plan. That is the plan. I did play a little bit last night on 1.21.10 and had all the mods set up, and holy cow. There's way too much stuff. Way too much stuff. I think what I'm gonna have to do, is like one at a time. I'm gonna have to set up one mod at a time because it's way too many. Yo, what's good, Crazy? What's good, Mitch MXB? What the crud? What the crud, brother Slothy? Oh my goodness, we are not getting Greg Bank back today. Can we get some W's in the chat for Slothy? What the heck, man? Oh my days. Oh my days. What the crud, chat? Slothy just gifted 50 subs. What in the world? Thank you, bro. What the heck? What the heck? Greg is staying homeless. No cap, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Do I have a wheel for skins? I do. Bro. Alright, let me see if stream's gonna lag this time when I start recording. Dude, Slothy. Okay, it is lagging. Give me a second. Maybe. Maybe. No? I don't know. Give me a second. I gotta try and figure out how this is bugging out on me. Maybe if I make it... If I turn off display view and then I add just a window capture for wheel. But goodness sakes, can we get some W's in the chat for Slothy? Holy cow. Holy cow, man. That is crazy. That is crazy. I think this is it. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna pull this all the way down to like here. Maybe. Might be too low. Now I think it's... I guess it's fine. I need it higher though, actually, because... Or lower, because... There's my face cam. Hi. Okay, Slothy just gifted 50 subs. Let me see if we can get this working. Let's try again. Please don't lag. It's already lagging. Bro. Chat. I don't know what to do. And 70 stream streak. Bro has been cooking. Holy cow. Holy cow. Here, let me... Short stream is gonna bug out for a minute. And then if we start the short stream back up... That's so weird. It's with the short stream. That's the issue. Okay. Well, Slothy with 50 gifted. Can we get some W's? Again, for those who haven't given out W's. But we gotta figure out what pet or item we're gonna actually be doing here. So, I don't have a skin for Helianthus or the Glossy Mineral or G-Drag. These are like the pets that I still use that I don't have skins for, which I'm not actually gonna be using these anymore because we have Rose Dragon. So we can kind of just get rid of all the farming ones other than Rose Dragon. So I guess this is our list. Is there anything else that I really use, chat? I feel like that's it. I mean, we can look in our menus here. Like, I have Bonzo Mask. I don't really use it. I don't really use Wither Goggles either. There's not a Crown of Avarice skin. We've already got the helmet, or like the Devon helmet skin. So, is there really anything else? Frozen Blaze? Yeah, I mean, I guess we could do Frozen Blaze because there's gonna be a fishing update. We can add in Frozen Blaze in here. Frozen Blaze, I suppose. Helianthus looks so good by default. It is really nice. That is true. But I guess, is that it? Like, I feel like I don't really use any of these other pets right now. I mean, maybe there will come a time when I do, but for the most part, like, there's not a Jade Dragon pet skin, right? There's not a Rose Dragon pet skin. You got Magmalord. I mean, I'm not really using Magmalord at the moment either. I mean, we can put it in there, but like, I generally, when I fish, I do Wiki Tiki, you know? So I feel like that's not as crazy for that, but maybe I'm tripping. I mean, we could go for it. But talking about Frozen Blaze helmet, like, is there a Magmalord skin for Frozen Blaze helmet? Basically, I have everything I need for the second Helianthus set. Let's go, Slothy. Huge. Like, that's crazy, by the way. Slothy was 211 gifted on the Twitch channel. That's insane. Actually insane. Yeah, if you wanna PV, by the way, just let me know. We can do that too. Elephant, Rock. I mean, again, I'm not really using those. I can throw the Magmalord in here too, because maybe we'll use it at some point. There's not a skin for Fig though, is there? I don't think there's one for that. I don't think there's a Fig skin. I mean, we can look in pets menu again. I don't think I'm using any of these pets aside from the ones I've already got listed. I don't think there's a world where I will be. So I think we're pretty much set. So I guess we should spin the wheel, boys. Let's see. You guys get one veto this time. As for which, like, item it ends up being on, and then whatever skin that item has, we'll roll the wheel if there's multiple, but there's no vetoes on that. So let's see what we got. What's it gonna be? Glaciate Golem. Okay. That appears to be our choice. So let's see. Do we keep it or veto it, fellas? Let's set up the polls real fast. Bring over the chat real quick. Let me make it so everybody can see that. Bang. And let's just do this. Here we go. Hi. All right. Let's see. Start poll. Keep it. Boom. And boom. So if we do end up getting the Glaciate Golem, if everyone chooses that, we do have a few options. I do believe there are multiple Glaciate Golem skins. I'm not sure how expensive they are, so this could be bad for me. But yeah, there is the Molten and then the Cavern. So, which Cavern, it was an expensive one, and it's like over a year, 2 years old almost 2 years old. Which this one's relatively recent. But if we end up getting Cavern, that could be kind of bad. So, it's looking like we're voting pretty heavily for no. Let me do this again. Buying a skin. Come vote. Yoink. And Twitch poll has ended. Voting yes. And then Twitch stream voted no. So we have 5 votes for no, 2 votes for yes. So it does seem that we will not be keeping the Glaciate Golem, unfortunately. Probably unfortunately. I mean, we can check and see how expensive those skins were going to be real quick. Let's just take a look at what we missed out on. Glaciate golem skins. Boom, boom. Oh, there's a few more. Are these relatively recent? Because they're not on the wiki. Because there's Crystal, there's Molten, and then the Cavern. So yeah, I mean, at the worst, we were going to spend 60 mil there. So that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. All right, let's see. What do we got then? So not Glaciate Golem. So whatever this lands on is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. We're down for 9 rain later? I would be down. Hopefully. Maybe. Oh my goodness. Ender Dragon. Is this bad? This might be bad for me. I'm not gonna lie. Ender Dragon skins. Let's see. How bad is this gonna be? Let me look up the pet. Sorry. Ender Dragon pet. There's a lot of skins. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of skins, bro. If I get baby Ender Dragon, how bad is that gonna be for me? I mean, I feel like these neon ones are pretty pricey too, right? Hold up. Let me pull this up real quick. Ender Dragon. Okay, so there's Undead, which is only 20. Zodiac, 50. The plushie is also 50. Oh my goodness. There's the baby Ender Dragon skin. Okay, 57 mil. That's not bad. But then if we ended up with like pastel or lunar or neon, bro, if we get neon blue. Oh my goodness, if we get neon blue, chat. All right, I'm just gonna put the ones that are actually on the auction house on this wheel though. So let me pull this over here and make a new wheel. Let's see. New wheel. Okay, so starting off on page 1, we have Undead. Let me spell it correctly. The Undead Ender Dragon skin. Then we have Zodiac Ender Dragon skin. Then we have the Super Plushie Ender Dragon skin. And then there is the Baby Ender Dragon skin, which isn't too bad. And finally, there's Pastel, Lunar, and Neon Blue. Pastel, Lunar, Neon Blue. Those are our options right now. Let me double check. There's no auctions only. Yeah, okay. This could be very bad for me, chat. If this ends up being Neon Blue, I'm just dead. My Greg Bank will be so chalked. It's gonna be so chalked, dude. This could be bad for me. Let's spin it. What's it gonna be? Please. No way. Oh my goodness. Dude. Oh, there's no way, man. I am not getting Greg Bank back ever. There's no shot. There's no shot. Dude. Dude. Oh, my days. You know, I don't even use Ender Dragon anymore. I should have taken that one out of the list. Whatever. Whatever, man. 550 mil. My G-Drag bank is down to 106 million coins now. But you know what? At the very least, our Ender Dragon looks cool. There you have it, boys. Neon blue Ender Dragon. You gotta be trolling me. You gotta be trolling me. You gotta be trolling me, man. There's no way. Shout out to Slothy for the 50 gifted, bro. That's crazy. That is crazy. That's so crazy. My money, man. My money. It's so Jover. Oh, I don't even have... See, I had to sell my Dayblade now for real. Just not even in my inventory. It is coal soon, so we'll be able to make some of it back in theory. But, like... Ay, but dude, like... Time to sell Space Helmet? I mean, we do have that option. I could sell Space Helmet. I kind of want to hold on to it. Because I feel like eventually they're going to add it to Museum. And if they do, I will be upset that I sold it. Stream until a bill bank? Not today. It is the Super Bowl tomorrow. And I got friends coming over. And I also have church in the morning. And I can't miss that. So I do expect this would take me well over like 20 hours to get back. Unless we're RNG carried and I drop... Like, Shimmering Wools aren't even expensive anymore, are they? Yeah, they're 60 mil, bro. Shimmering Wools are so down bad. So, yeah, even if I had the most goated RNG of all time, it's just not happening. You get a perk? I did not, no. We got 4th in the last election. That was the closest we got. You have to get top 3, so... Unfortunately, not quite, but we did our best. We did our best. You have anything to sell? I mean, I could do this. Which let's do it, whatever. Sure. Alright, there's a little bit back. That'll help a little bit. We got 333 mil now. That'll help a bit, but still, kind of yikes. I do not take contraband now. I do not. That's what makes hitting the membership goals so bittersweet. Oh my goodness, man. Ay. That is not how I expected the stream to start. Good grief. Slothy, what a legend. Holy cow. 50 gifted literally like the first second of stream is crazy. Crazy, dude. Cooter makes bank. I tried hot 2 the other day and got tentacled 5 times in a row. Wait, what? Okay, tentacle. Yeah, I was thinking tentacle die. I was like, there's no way, bro. Don't tentacle die 5 times in a row. Forgot Kudra tentacle's actually a thing now. Lol. But yeah, Kudra. Ooh, okay. Hi. This is Gyro Wand. I need my Fire Free Staff. Is what I'm realizing now. Let's put this down. Let me hit the equipment swap. Did not swap my boots. Okay. Stop. Please. Starting off strong. We get a Chime first, ink, and we get a Cocoon. Can we get it back to back? Thoughts? Is it possible? Is it possible? I think it could happen. I'm still in the Sorrow gear, so you know what? Whatever happens, happens. Give me Frosty proc. Please. Okay, no Frosty proc, but you know what? Fine. 1 Chime, that'll help us with the getting the bank back a little bit. Bro, they're only 30 mil. They're only 30 mil. Do I even sell this? I don't know. Do we even sell this, bro? Like, gotta go. We'll play later. Yes, I plan to. My mom's getting home from a retreat, so I gotta hang out with her a little bit. But I'll be on at some point. But I got banned and wiped during melon farming and watching a film, and the support is the answering thing I can do. I have 3,500 hours playtime. I mean, banned and wiped is yikes. But I mean, other than appealing, that's like the only thing you can really do. They're never going back up. I mean, we're not getting the Magfind update anytime soon. You know? I don't have any backup, do I? I don't think I do. I literally have no idea how to play this now. I haven't played since Hypixel first started SkyBlock. It is very different. It has been, what, like almost 7 years since it came out. So, alright, we're selling it. That'll get us a little bit of coins, I suppose. But anywaysers. How much money per hour is Diana now? It's got to be bad, honestly. It's probably somewhere around like 40 mil an hour if I had to bet. But I could be mistaken. If I had to gamble, that's where I'd put it at, though. But yeah, it's rough out here. It's rough out here farming Watchdog Go Burr. Profile got wiped earlier because my co-op member decided to macro. Brother. That is why I don't start co-op. Heck W. That is so yikes. That is so yikes. People are so weird, man. I hate to see it. Made 30 mil an hour with Mythic Griffin and bad RNG. Okay. I was expecting like 40 mil on average. Something like that. Like, I'd say I generally average like 1 Chime an hour. But that was during Aura, so it's probably a little bit lower than that. But with Chime being so low and everything, it's just... It's going to depend on your burrows per hour as well, of course. So, like, if you're getting 600 burrows per hour, you're probably going to make more than me. I'm probably, you know, not getting much over 300, if that. Because I'm not paying too much attention. Yoink. I always forget that Warp Stonks is a thing. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy that it exists. Yeet. Oh, hi there. Do about 60 mil an hour? Dang. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. Try Kudra. I've done Kudra, man. I know it makes bank, but I don't like it. So I don't want to do something team-based. It, especially like while we're having profile reviews, is an option. So it's just better for profile review optional streams to not do team-based stuff because I can't expect the whole party to downtime while I'm doing profile reviews, you know? Blaze Slayer do make bank. That is true. It is an option. I do want to go for a die, like as we're doing this. So that's kind of why I decided to do mythological, because mythological die, and you know it's only available while Diana's here. So that's kind of why I went for this at the moment. But I mean, because if I was gonna go for something else, I'd probably do Tarantula Slayer. Honestly, Tarantula could be fun. Could be epic. Like Kudra with Future. We should do a Kudra stream. I don't know. I don't think I'm cool enough is the problem. I don't have like all the fancy gear to be in his parties. If we were doing that, then I would definitely be making him downtime. You know? If we were doing like some kind of challenge stream, then that'd be one thing. But like legit runs, I would be so slow. For sure. I'm not, like, I don't have the gear for that good of a party. When Iron Man, pass. Mods ban that guy. Heck W. What's good, Taken? How's it going, bro? Yo, Braided Griffin Feather, what the heck? What's good, Aura? How's it going, man? What's up, what's up? Okay, well, that's 20 mil still, so that's profit. We'll take that. Goodness, okay. Yeah, I've already made 50 mil in the last, like, 10 minutes, so I should be making, you know, just a casual, like, what is that? 300 mil an hour at this rate, you know? That'd be kind of nice. That'd be kind of nice. Put him in the electric chair. Crazy. What gear should I get after Strong Dragon Armor and AOTD? Generally, the progression would be like Livid Dagger and Shadow Assassin as like the next step. Most of the time, that would be the recommended routing as far as dungeons gear. Like, that's just like your general better armor set just for all melee stuff. And you know, Livid Dagger also better for melee, but for Slayers, generally you're going to end up using like the Slayer weapons themselves. So like Reaper Falchion for revs and Tarantula Fang for tarantulas, Hooch Sword for spins, all that stuff. So your weapon doesn't matter as much when it comes to Slayers because it's just that stuff. Got no idea what to do on my profile. Working on Garden and Minions right now. Valid. Yeah, the Minions grind is real. It is very real. I mean, Garden makes bank at the moment as well, so that's probably the best option, to be fair. It's a very good option. Yoink. Love Iron Man picking the game mode, then complaining that it's hard. I mean, they do, like, a lot of times the thing is, like, you sign up for it, and I think a lot of people sign up for it because it looks cool, and then they don't realize, like, exactly how bad it is as far as money once you get to a certain point. Because early Iron Man, I do think is fun. The problem is once you have to start making money, and then you're just forced to farm or mine for hours depending on how good your ping is. Just rough out here, dude. Mythos frag, yay. Get rid of that real quick. Die in dungeons, and when I try to get carried, I don't get the XP. You have to get, what's it called? You have to get milestones to get the XP, so you have to deal a certain amount of damage, or like heal a certain amount if you're a healer and all this other stuff. So you got to keep that in mind. And also, like, when you're running Strong Dragon, you don't want to run Strong Dragon before your Kata level 10 in dungeons, because you got to use dungeonized gear when it comes to dungeons. Otherwise, you're just gonna die a lot. So try, like, when you're starting out, generally you'll run like heavy armor or rotten armor, and then once you get up to Kata level 10, you can start using your Strong Dragon and stuff. But yeah, I think you need at least milestone 2 to, like, do a certain amount of stuff, and then milestone 3 to get, like, the best, like, to get access to all the chests and stuff. I can't remember. It's like you get half the XP at milestone 2 and then full XP at milestone 3, something like that. Yeah, milestone 2 to open chest, milestone 1 for some XP, and then 3 for max XP. There you go. Something like that. I knew it was something along those lines. Pushed over Twitch because my YouTube's being dumb. Good times, good times. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with YouTube and, like, their subscribe not working, you know? I'm guessing it's probably, like, if you use a VPN. But the thing is, it's happened to me and I don't use a VPN. So, I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. Haven't played in over a month. Did I miss anything? I mean, we've got the 1.21 release is coming on February 24th. We did have an update recently. What was it? The pet swapping stuff. So that was what happened. Was the most recent thing. So you can now swap out your pet items without deleting the item you have on it. So if I swap out, like, a Helianthus relic, or not Helianthus, Hephaestus relic, for, like, Hephaestus remedies, I can just keep swapping those back and forth. It costs 500k every time you swap, but you get to keep the item instead of just fully deleting it. So that's true, actually. Hold up. I don't need this bozo. I don't need this bozo. I can get rid of him. Are they for real that cheap, though? Hold up. Golden Dragon level 200. How much are these going for now? Okay, 765. That's not bad. I could get my Greg Bank back, chat. I could do it. If this sells 760 mil. I think that might be meta. I forgot I had this. Yeah, get the Greg Bank back real quick. Thought these money was in vain, bro. Honestly, I totally forgot that I had this. So 20 mil tax, that is a lot. Chat, does anybody want to buy it for 760 mil right now? Because 20 mil tax is a little bit painful. I will have to, like, do that. I will have Greg Bank back though. Oh yeah, I forgot, by the way. We gotta figure out what the next goal is. Let me do that. New poll. What? Hold up. What next goal? Is it dye a set or buy a skin? Bada bing. Bada boom. Dye a set. Buy a skin. Yoink. I mean, I'll sell it for like 750 if somebody buys it off of me, because that's like 5 mil saved off of taxes. Creation fee is more than what I have in my first. Fair enough. Fair enough. It is a grind out here. All right, what are we gonna end up with here? Looks like a lot of people voting for Dia Set. Okay, okay. Grab this. Yoink. Diana's still good for money after Chimera prices crashed. It's still decent. Like, I mean, I made 50 mil just in the last 10 minutes, so I'm kind of chilling. But it's, of course, still going to depend on RNG. But, I mean, it's definitely still got that money potential. All right, looks like we will be dying a set as the next membership goal. So let me change this. Boom. No. There we go. Die a set. I have caps lock on. There we go. First try. All right, posture check. Yoink. That is 3 chances of 1 bill plus coins, and skin is only 1. That is true. That is true. Problem is I'm running out of sets today. Like next time we've got Frozen Blaze and like my Infernal sets, a couple of them. Still got Terror and Aurora that I haven't died yet. But other than that, that's gonna be pretty much it, unless we want to go for, I don't know. I'm not doing Trophy Hunter. Trophy Hunter's 4 pieces. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Did you drop something? We dropped the Chimera and a Braided Griffin Feather. At the moment, that is our drop so far. It's kind of epic. That's my second ever Braided Griffin Feather. So pretty cool. How to harvest Phantom Leaf. So whenever you farm it, there's like a heartbeat system that'll pop up. And you just got to... Hold up, let me grab a brain food off this guy real fast. Yoink. And you've got to find whichever crop that it's hiding in. So it will hide inside of one of your other crops that you have inside that same greenhouse. So you just got to walk around and see where the heartbeat is the loudest. And it'll be like super duper fast on one block specifically. And so you just got to get to that block and then mine that. But you got to do it within a minute. If you don't find it within a minute, it disappears. But if the next item's put on the set, you have to grind yourself. I mean, the problem is I would have to remove like the option for like portal dies and stuff then, because you can't really grind for those, you know?
As a child, I yearned for
yo,
the
Matthews
mind.
would still appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I've got all the mixins active right now. We got all those going. In a block or just crops? Just crops. So I'm not sure what happens if you have like no other crops on in the greenhouse, if that's like the only thing growing, which I guess it can't be really most of the time, at least, because you have to have the crops to grow it in the first place. But still. But yeah, if y'all haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do that. Drop a like on the stream. It does help out. It's absolutely free. It takes 1 second and pushes the stream a lot further in the algorithm for every like. So it was very, very helpful. Appreciate it, boys. Yo, what's good? Epic, how's it going, bro? How's Dark Purple Dye Grind going? I have not actually like started doing that really recently, just because I have no money. So I've kind of put that to the side as of late because I'm too poor. But maybe one day. Maybe one day. But yeah, I forgot. I have second Gregory that we could sell. I mean, there's really no scenario where I should need both of those anymore. Like, not many at least. Where it's that helpful. I mean, if there's an option for Magic Find, I'm just going to use Magic Find. If there's no reason to have Magic Find, then I don't really want to spend all that money for slightly better damage from pet swapping. Because again, I know some people do like regular remedies, or not regular, Festus remedies during like a boss fight, and then at the end of the boss they swap to Relic G-Drag and get all the magic finds, so they get extra damage during the fight. But I am not that sweaty. I do not care. I do not care. It is not that serious. Yoink. Anywho. Eclipse 1.21. I am on Lunar at the moment. Yoink. Which I downloaded all the mods yesterday, or like I put them all in the right folder, and I tried it out for 1.21.10. So we're on 1.21.11 right now, so none of my mods are active. Because holy cow, bro, my entire screen had so much stuff on it, and I did not know where anything was from, and it was just like, I think what we're gonna end up doing is I'll probably like add one mod at a time from this point on, and just like try and get them all sorted one at a time, because adding everything all at once was sensory overload. Okay, please Frosty proc. It did, but wrong timing. Unlucky. Not enough damage. Feels bad, man. Oh, they're different. My bad. Lol. Next. Let's go Satchin. Welcome back, bro. Mods did you get? I got SkyBlock add-on, Skyblocker, SBO, and Sky Hanny. And like something else. It was like Skyblock Ocean or something like that. Yo! We have sold the second G-Drag 07s. It's nice knowing you, sir. But he's gone now. And we once again have our build bank. All right, let's go. Holy cow. That didn't take as long as I thought it would. Yeah, I got Dulker as well. Yeah, Dulker is also in there. So it was a lot of stuff. Too much stuff. My brain was overwhelmed. Very overwhelmed. Bing, bing. Yoink. Yo, Matthews with a 15. Can we get some W's in the chat? All right, I got you. Give me 1 second. Any latest garden guide you know for money? I mean, I have my guide for gear, but like if you're talking about a specific garden build, like a mega farm or something, I do not know on that, because I just use base farms, or like not mega farms. Like I have just one big, like I have a bunch of different farms, one farm for each crop is what I do. Not a fan of Skyblocker. Felt like it's too much and kind of bad. I don't know. I mean, it all felt like too much when I downloaded all that stuff, so we'll figure it out next time. But let's see what we have. Skyblock profile is right here. 002. Is there anything in particular we wanted to know, or is it just to flex a little bit? Okay, 3-year-old profile on Iron Man, level 462 with 15 build net worth. Missing a couple fairy souls, so that'd be something to go for, but only skill that we don't have maxed is forging, which is fair. Very fair, very fair. We do have the Soul Eater Hasty Term. We got the Helianthus in here as well. Terminator 6, got Mossy on the whole setup. Full Perfect Peridot, which is a grind on Iron Man. Respect. Green Thumb 5 as well on the whole equipment set. Sheesh, dude. Clean. Also got Burning Terror. We've got the Burning Aurora. Warden Helmet. Just a clean Warden Helmet. Okay. Interesting. Necrotic Weather Goggles. We do have Diamond Hunter as well. I'm curious to see how the diamonds are looking then. We'll have to look at that. But 1500 magical power. Pretty clean. Honestly, I'm surprised like we don't have a hype yet. Right? Oh, no, wait. We do. They changed the skin for Estrella. Okay, my bad. I didn't even realize. I thought this was just a giant sword or something. Whoops. Okay, so that's an Estrella. We do have hype. 1 Master Star on it at the moment. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, we are cooking. We are cooking. Again, very good magical power. How's Pets looking? We do have G-Drag leveling him up right now with farming. He's level 159. Okay. This is something pretty rare, honestly. A lot of Iron Man players, I usually see them get G-Drag before everything else, and so it's level 200 by the time they have like a ton of magical power and stuff. But you know what? That is fair. That is fair. What else we got in here? We got the Melon Dicer. There we go. Full Perfect Peridot. Crop Fever 5. Level 50. Like, goodness, dude. Bro is cooking out here. For real. Okay, let's see. How is the powder? Okay, so we haven't done too much mining, which is fair. I mean, generally, especially if you're on a high ping, then you're going to focus on farming when it comes to Iron Man. We got 500 mil overflow farming XP, by the way. That's a lot. So yeah, we haven't done too much powder grinding. But again, that is totally fair. Look at all these tools, bro. Level 50, level 50, level 40, level 50, level 40, 42, 50. Like, so many. Goodness. Bro is out here. Where'd Greg Bank go? Well, we just got it back. But I bought a bunch of dyes and skins over the last 2 days. So, it's been kind of crazy. But we did get it back. I sold my second G-Drag. I had to sell one of my G-Drags to get the bank for the other G-Drag back. But dang, Diamond Skeleton Fish in 44, okay. That's the only, like, super crazy one. I mean, Obfuscated 3 pretty early as well, and Moldfin. So we didn't get a ton of different ones early, but, like, the ones that we did get early were very good that we got them. Although having to do 600 Slugfish is pretty painful. And that is a lot of vanills. But dang. Okay, Scaly Fish was pretty fast. That is nice. How's Dungeons looking? Cat of 40 right now? Okay. That's probably like the last big grind we really have. I mean, you got a little bit of powder, got a little bit of foraging you could do, and then it's just dungeons from that point on. Dungeons is a grind, dude. It is a grind. How's Slayers looking? Okay, we got a little bit of Slayers to do as well. I mean, you can really just wait till Aatrox gets here to go for that, and it'll be super quick while he's here. So, I mean, it doesn't give you a ton of stuff. I'd say E-Man 9's still worth it because of the tracking. That does help. But I mean, Blaze, you know, SOS player's not that wild, so not going for that on Iron Man is totally valid. Why does it say 6 out of 5 bonus minion slots? What in tarnation? Well, we've got 7 unique minion crafts away from our next minion slot. So we've got Fishing and Clay tier 12s to get, and then Tarantula tier 12 and Inferno up to 11. So yeah, we've left the tough minions for last, which is valid. Those are going to take a while. So yeah, I wouldn't really worry about those too much. Bestiary wise, we've got a bit, 261 bestiary, so not too bad. For slime kills on Private Island, you have to like build a platform below Y30, I think it is. It might be Y20. But yeah, I got to build a platform under there. So if you do ever decide to go for those, that's how you get that. Bestiary does, of course, help you a lot with leveling up the G-Drag. So if you wanted to go for Bestiary, Gravel Skeleton's pretty easy. You could also do Brood Mothers pretty easily. What else? I mean, going for some of these Crimson Isle Bestiaries wouldn't be bad, because then you get, you know, a bunch of the Nether Stars that you'll want from Vanquishers and everything to get some Kudra comps at a later date. So going ahead and going for that also isn't a bad way to level up the G-Drag. But collection's looking pretty epic, of course. Chili Pepper is a pain, but dang, we already got up to 4K, so not too bad. Not too shabby. How is our rep looking? We do have Infernal comp, very clean. If we do ever want to go for more of those, again, doing the Crimson Isle Bestiary would definitely be a good idea. But we've already got Barb rep done, so it looks like we're working on Mage rep now, which is valid. Will help out. Did we have Mycelium Minion? We do have T12 Mycelium Minion, so it must have been one of the co-op members went and did that. So still, it'll be good to get them both up. Gives a little bit of Skyblock XP. Only 2 Enigma Souls missing and 5 McGrubbers Burgers, so not bad on that either. How to cook it. Yo, what's good, Panda? How's it going, bro? But yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. Any questions or any flexes that I missed? Again, thank you, Matthias, for the dono. Appreciate it. Let's go. GG on a 250,000 views on a video. It was pretty epic. That is pretty crazy. We did, for those of you that haven't seen it, we did get the mining progression guide that has hit a 250,000 views. Pretty insane. Pretty insane. What skins did you buy and dyes as well? So the skin we got was Neon Blue Ender Dragon. That cost 550 million. So that was just like 30 minutes ago that we did that. That was not long ago. And then
As a child,
what else did we get? We got...
At Naven26 donated 77 Danish kroner
yo,
through
Naven,
Super Chat.
appreciate it, bro.
IGN, N4Van. Spent my drag bank on levels and Rose Dragon, going for levels. Any recommendations?
Spent my G-Drag bank on levels and Rose Dragon, going for levels. Any recommendations? Let's see what we got here, shall we? Let me see. What else did we have? Here, let me do this. There we go. That'll make it a little easier. What else did we have that we bought? I had the Fig armor. I had to get Periwinkle, Portal dye, and Pure White dye, which I already had Pure White. So. Yeah. But let's see. Naven, we are level 460. Spent G-Drag Bank on levels and Rose Dragon going for levels specifically. Okay, so what levels do we have here? Let me refresh so we actually see the skin and everything. And again, Matthew, if I did miss something, let me know. We can check in on that again. But let's see. What else do we have here? I mean, we got some really good stuff in the wardrobe. What's our net worth? 22 bill. And we are level 460, so that's 80 total levels, 81 levels that we could go for. So let's see. I mean, magical power is, of course, going to be a big one. There's like 500 magical power that we've still got available. So you can recom this. By the way, you can recom the bioanalysis before you upgrade it, and then when it upgrades, it'll still keep the recom on it, so that part's nice. Reaper Orb is an option. IQ Point is definitely an easy one. If we haven't done the Rift ones, like we don't have Respiration Talisman either, then those would definitely be very easy to go for. Okay, it is not Iron Man, just making sure. So IQ Point, I mean, Respiration, Draconic is a good option. Anguish, also very good. So there's a lot of good ones in here. Emperor's Talisman, Bait Ring. I mean, they're going to cost money, of course, but that's some good thing to spend money on. Haven't kept up with new talismans? Yeah, there's a lot of them. So some of them are going to be pretty expensive, but some of them are going to be cheap. I mean, Hocus Pocus Cypher is the cheapest it's ever been. It's not a bad idea to keep waiting on that one because it'll probably just keep going down. Hegemony is already down to 500, which is a lot cheaper than it used to be, I do believe. We are also missing Tiny Dancer, so there are the Rift Talismans that we could go for. So would definitely recommend doing that at some point. How's pets looking? 79 out of 81. I mean, you could level up these pets. You know, it's about to be cold, right? So leveling the turtle, leveling mosquito. We've got XP shares on these, so yeah, you're just leveling them passively. So that's totally fine. I mean, great way to get levels that way as well. We are missing Ender Dragon and Wisp. So those are two of the most expensive pets to go for. So missing those is totally fair. How's skills looking? Yeah, I got them on XP share. That's valid. That's valid. What else do we have? We have the Devon's Drill. Very clean. Bro is cooking out here. Good grief, that is a lot of glaciite powder. 127 mil glaciite. Good grief, man. Holy smokes. 30 mil mithril, 30 mil gemstone. Okay. Yeah, we've got a little bit of powder chilling. How's trophy fishing looking? That's another thing we could do. It is about to be Marina, right? So I guess she doesn't really help with this, but just a reason to fish. I mean, you got Steaming Hot Flounder very early, Skeleton Fish very early. So Obfuscated 3 is a pain for sure. But I mean, at the very least, while they have, you know, the fishing like Marina going on, you can use Corrupt Totem and get a bunch of Obfuscated ones if you want. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Dugans. At a 40 right now. Alrighty. Not too bad. Are those dirt rods? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure dirt rods are higher rarity. Yeah, those challenging. Heck, W. But we are Cat of 40. So, I mean, you could do some dungeon stuff. That's, of course, going to be a lot of XP. And I'm guessing boss collections is something we're missing out on. Yeah. So if you wanted to just go for lower floors to start with, that's not a bad idea. Because you can just clear those out pretty easily. Honestly, I just did Bonzo and Scarf solo for the most part. And was able to get those done pretty quick. Plus, it gives you a bunch of dungeons bestiary. So it's kind of a win-win on that one. Minion slots, we are missing a bit, but it's all the expensive ones. So that's fair. I wouldn't worry about those too much. I would focus on talismans with your money. At the moment would be my recommendation. Are there any bestiaries that are easy? We have 225. So we do have a long ways to go with bestiary. For sure. I mean, Gravel Skeleton's very easy. Rain Slime's also pretty easy. What else? We do have Farming Island done. There's a lot of fishing ones here. So yeah, I would definitely take advantage of Marina and focus on fishing. Probably get some Diamond Head solo. Yeah, for sure. But while Marina's here, definitely prioritize doing like some bayou fishing, getting some bestiaries there, getting your Corrupt Totem down so you can do the trophy fishing stuff. How's Crimson Isle looking? We do have both the reps maxed. Collection wise, we still got a ways to go for Kudra, but that one is a grind. It's not that big of a deal. Although, it does make money. So if you do want to go for some money, good thing. I can't see attributes, unfortunately, so we won't worry about attributes too much. Maybe you have some cheap ones. You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to check in and see if some of the ones you're missing are cheap. But yeah, Rift-wise, again, Rift would be very good to do. I would say when there's like a mayor that doesn't really do much, or like that doesn't affect you much. Like, for example, Diaz, right? You can't really do much during Diaz that actually helps other than check in on the auctions every now and then. So while Diaz is here or something, maybe go for Rift stuff then. We do have all the Slayers back, so we're chilling on that. But yeah, pretty solid. Most of the cheap ones still need to spend 1.5 bill on them. Yeah, there's a lot. They're pretty expensive. Pretty expensive. But yeah, any last questions or anything before we continue? Which, I mean, I already have the Greg Bank now, so that wasn't too bad. Greg Bank's kind of chilling, but getting some extra moolah never hurts, you know? I guess we could change the title. We got Greg Bank back. I mean, I don't know. It says getting Greg Bank back, right? The name of the title. Yeah, getting Greg Bank back. I mean, we did get it. Told Greg for Greg Bank. How ironic. I know, right? Remember that video where I referred to both my G-Drags as my children? So I just told one of my children to profit the other child. Isn't there like some fable or something that's like that? Where like the parent gets rid of one of the kids to help the other child? Something like that. See, I couldn't afford to feed them both, so I had to send one of them to someone who could feed them for the price of feeding the other. So, gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Kind of getting my crop milestones, get Greg Bank. Yeah, that's fair too. So yeah, doing crop milestones, I mean, those are super easy. Wouldn't be a bad idea to wait until Finnegan's here to go for that, but, you know, he doesn't boost it by a crazy amount, so that is fair. But yeah, W profiles. Again, thank you guys for the donos. Appreciate it. Where'd G-Drag Bank go? So we spent some of it on this guy. I'm going to put him... Hold up. That's not what I meant to do. Wait a minute. We're going to favorite. So you have to shift right click to make him a favorite. No, shift left click. That's what it is. Bang. There we go. I'm going to put all my skinned ones up at the front, I think. So we have all of our skin pets showing up at the start. Bang. 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 I think that's most of them. There's the rock. The rock. Going. Alright, cool. We have all of our skin pets up top now. Huge. Make sure to favorite everything that has a skin on it. I think that's the meta now. I have decided that one, do this one. Cool. This one, this one. Yay. My pet's menu is so out of whack now. It's gonna take some getting used to. But yeah, some on that, and then also we spent a bunch of it on, not this, our Fig Mail set. Periwinkle, Pure White, and Portal Die. What are you doing out here? What the heck? What is bro doing? So it got a little expensive, but we're good. We have the Greg Bank back already. I had to sell one of my G-Drags to do it, but we do have it back. So I mean, technically we could use the Greg Bank on something. I could do something involving G-Drag damage. Could be an option. Perhaps. There's a chance. Maybe. Chill. But yeah, again, if y'all enjoying the stream, please make sure to drop a like, smash the sub button. That did happen a lot faster than I thought it would. It really did. That was kind of crazy. When's next video? 4 hours. Yes, sir. We got a video going up in 4 hours, fellas. Just so everyone's aware. Yes, sir. Bam, bam. So yeah, make sure to check out the new video when that drops. It's gonna be pretty cool. It is a hightail video, but it is very like one of the more high quality videos I've ever made. So I'm pretty proud of it. It's pretty good. I'm trying to start doing a little bit better on editing and stuff. Which this video doesn't have like crazy editing or anything, but it's like the content kind of speaks for it more than it doesn't really need crazy editing. But the next SkyBlock video is gonna have some pretty crazy editing as planned. Like the next big SkyBlock content video, which is gonna be from when we dropped Match Die. That is the plan. It is taking me a while to get done though, because I am putting a lot of work into it. But we're getting there. Appreciate you, dude. Good luck, boys. Boom, boom. Let me turn off caps lock. Yoink. There it is. Why do the cows hurt so much? Why do they hurt? Estimate. Come here. All right, no. We're just working on it. But yeah, I will go ahead and can't see chat. Oh yeah, my bad. Sorry. Hi. Bull. There you go. But I'll go ahead and let you guys know. It's something like a little out of my normal, a little out of the norm for me. So we did make a video. Shout out to Deadeye for helping record and make the thumbnail and everything. We made a hightail manhunt video. So it's a little different. It's a little different, but I think it's pretty good. I'm pretty excited about it. So hopefully it does well. We shall see. But I had a lot of fun making it. And it is also a pretty big milestone. There is something pretty cool in that video as well that we have not had in a video until now. So pretty excited about that too. So it's gonna be pretty cool. It's gonna be pretty cool. Very much looking forward to it. I really hope it does well. I really hope it does well. Maybe I should have made it. I don't know. I'm not gonna second guess myself now. We're not gonna freak out too much. I just hope it does good. If it doesn't, then oh well. We'll try. We tried. I'm happy with the video though. Like I've had to rewatch it, you know, a few times while editing it, and I'm pretty happy with how it came out. So even if the algorithm doesn't push it, I know that it's a good video. Bam, bam. At least you're transitioning from content machine to quality machine. I'm trying. Thing is, like, it's hard because, you know, a lot of people watch me for the guide content and stuff, and I'm trying to do the guide content still, but also kind of branch out a little bit more and do some more stuff that's, you know, like a little more grindy and that sort of thing. But it is very, very different. Like it's a big leap, like a big difference in content, I guess, you know. So it's just hard to try to get views on both, because I mean all my best, like most viewed videos, like if I just pull it up right now, right, like of course number one is going to be the mining guide, but I'm pretty sure like all of my top 20 videos are guides. Yep. Ultimate mining progression guide, Heart of the Mountain Tree guide, guide to West Village, guide to farming, Mirrorverse guide, Kuja guide, Plaza guide, Powder guide, Wild Woods guide, Mutation guide. Dang, Mutation guide's already in the top 10. Just made that last month. That's kind of crazy. Living Cave guide, Vampire Slayer guide, Hunting guide, Fishing guide. Like all my most viewed videos are guides. So like trying to step out of guides a little bit, like it never goes super well, you know. So maybe I should just try and do more guide stuff. But the thing is, I'm running out of options for guide stuff. But like, I don't want to make guide videos on stuff that isn't like new, because that's when the guide videos have done well, is whenever I post them right when something brand new comes out, so a bunch of people look it up right then, and then it gets a ton of views in the first like week, and then whenever people look that up, it's the most viewed video, so YouTube pushes it first, and so then it does well. So I have to like not only make the guide, I have to get the guide out when it's like a new content thing for it to do super well. So I'm trying to like do stuff that doesn't rely on updates realistically, because most of my content relies on updates. So unless I end up doing like variety games or something, then it's going to be hard to thrive on that for long, you know, if we end up with another big content drought of not a lot of updates. Old guides can be outdated, so making a guide on an old piece of content can give an updated view on it. It can, but it still doesn't get a lot of like views a lot of the time, unless that has been updated recently or people are talking about it because of a different update, you know. Yeah, let's go, Flame. See the new Windcraft trailer? I have not. No. Absolute banger of a trailer. Maybe I should try Windcraft. Could be an option. Could be an option. I don't know. I'm trying a lot of new stuff right now. So I need to kind of reel myself in a little bit. Yo, what's good, Armand? Start stream much too late for me. Hey, that's how the Saturday streams go. It is what it is. I can't stream in the mornings because I hang out with my grandparents at lunch. So it would be like a 1-hour stream. Heck W. Bing, bing. Not every stream's gonna work for everybody, you know. Is what it is. Going Iron Man? I'm not, no. This is a regular profile. Do you do friend requests ever? Not usually. Only time I really do friend requests is like with people that I'm, you know, doing like dungeons or something with, if I ever do that again, which I'm not planning to. So probably the next time I'll do friend requests is like maybe when fishing update comes out. Perhaps if I need fishing parties and we don't have enough people in guild doing it. But yeah, I did friend requests before I got red name. I just don't do them anymore because what is my friends list now? 255 pages. So I've already got a pretty long list right now. So trying to keep the numbers down a little bit. Just a little. Yo, Panga sent 100 for 2 jewels. Appreciate it. Let's go. I have no idea what that means. I'm not going to lie, but I appreciate it. Let's go. Let's go. They made a trailer for the new update and they're revamping a bunch of stuff. Cool, cool. I hope it does well. I mean, didn't they say they're going to make a hightail thing at some point as well? Or like they want to? Hopefully that comes out and that does really well. I think if they're some of the first people to make an MMO, like realistically the first MMO that comes out on Hytale is going to go crazy. It's just the question of how long it's going to take. As long as it's like a good one, you know, if it's just like a quickly rushed thing, it's not going to be great. But if it's a good MMO, first good MMO that comes out will go crazy. 100%. Me neither. Want more? I guess. I don't know. I assume it's a good thing. It's got a gift next to it, so probably a good thing. Maybe it like pushes the streaming algorithm a little bit. Bro, what the heck? Happy poop for 10 jewels. Okay, does anyone understand what's going on here? We just got happy poop. Should I be happy about that? I guess, right? Lol XD. Lol XD. Oh, got him. Yeah, we are currently running some Diana event. It is making bank, so can't be too upset about it. It was good. Legend. Makeup brush for 6 jewels. Do you have like YouTube Premium? Is it a YouTube Premium thing? Maybe? I have no idea. It's very interesting, to say the least. No, I have no clue then. I have no clue what those are. GG for 10 jewels. Appreciate it, dude. Windcraft update looks better than Hytale. That's crazy. I'll have to see this trailer then. I will have to look at it. Rose Dragon in 4 hours. Just gotta wait for Glasscorn. Oh snap! After the update comes out in March, it will actually be a really good MMO. They're adding ultimate abilities and such, revamping animations. Ooh, that does sound pretty cool. That does sound pretty epic. I was watching Tim the Tap Man, and he was talking about how, like, I guess another MMO got canceled recently. He was just talking about how, like, there's not really a big MMO since World of Warcraft. Like, World of Warcraft is, like, still the biggest MMO after so many years, and there's, like, really no competitors. You know? We haven't had, like, a good, just straight up, like, not in a different game MMO. Like, again, I love Hytale. Or not Hytale. I mean, I do love Hytale, but that's not an MMO. I love SkyBlock, but it is inside Minecraft, so it is limited by that, which they're, you know, they're pushing the boundaries. It's crazy what they're doing. But it would be cool to have, like, another MMO come out. Like, I played New World when that came out. That's, like, the last MMO that I really played, aside from SkyBlock. I played that quite a bit when it came out. Got up to, like, level 60, and then I really stopped after that. I don't know how well New World's doing now, but I assume not goated. Don't really hear anybody talk about it. I just see the trailers pop up on my For You every now and then. Texture pack. This is called Vanilla Minecraft. I'm actually not using a texture pack. Dang. That is kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. I do have a skin on the Griffin that makes the mobs look different, though. So that's the only reason they look different. Tried Hytale yet? Because when I did, it was really glitchy. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing Hytale a bunch. We've actually got a video coming out on Hytale later in 4 hours. That is what the video is going to be. But it wasn't glitchy for me. I mean, when, like, there's a few glitches here and there, but it's not, like, unplayable or anything. It's definitely not perfect, but I've very much enjoyed playing it, and I need to stream it some more. I probably will soon, because I'm running out of things to do over here. So what I may end up doing is swapping a little bit. We might start off with SkyBlock streams, and then, like, have a pretty easy goal to hit. And then after we hit that goal, after like 2-3 hours, then I swap to Hytale, and we do some Hytale stuff for the rest of the day. Could be a strategy, but also I'm trying to take less time from streaming a little bit, like stream a little bit less, so that I can get some videos edited, because I've got like 6 videos that I've recorded that I haven't finished editing yet. Just gameplay or something else. We did a Hytale manhunt. So we tried out a Hytale manhunt. It was pretty fun. So I edited it down, made a video, and that is going up here. It is one of the cooler videos I've made. I'm pretty proud of it. So I think it'll be pretty cool. I hope everybody likes it as much as I enjoyed making it. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, if it does well, then we'll do 2 hunters next time, and then 3 hunters. You know, keep going with it. See how it goes. Perhaps. I don't know. Maybe should I do like the OG Dream style of like rematch and then finale rematch and then grand finale? You know, is that the strat? Do like 5 videos with a certain amount of players and then upgrade after that? Maybe. What class should I play in Master Mode if I don't have a G-Drag? Tank. And use, like, Yeti. Generally. Pretty much the only class you can play without G-Drag. Depending on which floor you're on. Like, if it's M1, M2, then it's fine. But once you get to, like, M3 and above, you pretty much want a G-Drag. Especially at M4. Once you hit M4, if you don't have G-Drag, then it's kind of yike. Kind of yike. I'm in the top 3 guild on the server, and in general, I know a lot about guilds. Okay, that would be pretty epic. What I like about guilds is they're actually useful. Yeah, I mean, SkyBlock guilds are cool. There's definitely, like, potential to do more with them, and I kind of hope they do at some point. But, I don't know, they had, like, seemed like a plan to do more with guilds. Like, they had the guild houses and everything when SkyBlock first released, but it seems like they've gone off of that path, which I don't mind the way they are right now, but there's definitely potential to do more. Like, if they were to do something like they do with the, you know, Raffle of the Century stuff, and like have maybe just 5 random factions you join at the start of the game instead of guilds, and just depending on which faction you're in, you know, you get a certain kind of boost that everybody in that specific faction votes on or something. I don't know. Could be cool. Could be cool. Oh, 9 by got mad. Farming better. Tech W. Valid. Really streams editing his videos sometimes. I don't know if I could do it. I couldn't read chat and edit at the same time. I feel like would be my problem. Guilds is a whole war system, etc. Territorial or territory and such. Yeah, that could be very interesting. Could be very interesting. Of like, if you have a certain amount of playtime, like whichever guild has the most playtime on specific islands gets like a boost while they're on that island. So if your guild is, say, like plays the most on Crimson Isle, then you get like extra combat wisdom on Crimson Isle and extra magic finds, so you can do Blaze Slayer and make more money. And maybe like a free Kismet every day for Kudra, or a free Kudra key. You know, could be cool. Can't figure out why my damage is terrible even at combat 52. What weapon are you using? And how much damage you doing? Yoink. Usually it's magical power. That's generally the problem. Or the pet. If you don't have a goated pet, then that's definitely a big issue. Yoink. Smack. Next. Yoink. Got him. Haven't thought about tank. I'll be trying in M4 soon. Might be the strat. Might be the meta. How you said it, you get buffs for owning land. That is pretty cool. That would be kind of epic. Bing, bing. Guild shouldn't provide a gameplay advantage, in my opinion. I think definitely like having small guilds like we do on Skyblock wouldn't be great for the game. Of like, you know, just 125 players max in a guild. I think if they did it more like how they do with the Raffle of the Century event, and you know, whenever the event starts, you just join one of 5 random teams. It's like pink, green, yellow, blue, red, I think is the only teams, right? Something like that. And so then just whichever ones you get, it's like it would be 0 negatives to doing it. It's just depending on which faction you're in and how many players there are and like what those players like, then you get extra perks. I mean, they could even just do, you know, like character at the start of the game. You choose a specific character type, and like if you're gonna be a farmer, then you get extra farming wisdom, or if you're gonna be a combat gamer, then you get extra combat wisdom, you know, something like that. Isn't that just the god temples if they got around to making more of them? Sorta, except you wouldn't have to pay for it. Would be the bonus. I completely forgot that existed, honestly. God temple. Lol. It would be cool if they made more. I wouldn't be shocked if there's one on like the Guardian Island. They make Guardian Slayer. Could be interesting. Guild thing does make sense. I think maybe guild milestones, so like the further you get into a certain thing, like mining, you get buffs for it. If your guild has done a lot, like extra mining wisdom, fortune, yeah. Could be pretty epic. Maybe you get like bonuses for playing, I don't know. It would be kind of weird to do bonuses for playing with people in your guild. Because then people would be like, alright, I'm not doing dungeons except with people from this guild. So that would kind of, it would be bad if it was like, you know, excluding people from joining stuff. But if it's just, you know, straight up buffs that you wouldn't get otherwise, then that could be cool. Although the problem would be if there was one guild that was, or one faction that was like better than everyone else's, and it was random, then you would just start a profile, get your random faction, and if it was a bad one, then you would reset. So there's definitely a lot of like pros and cons. So they'd have to do it right, for sure. But even if it was just like a leaderboard, although I guess leaderboards aren't allowed in EULA estimate. I don't know. I doubt they'll do it. but there's a lot of cool potential things that they could do if they could figure out all the issues, fix all the issues before they became issues. More happy poop, thumbs up, and floating hearts. Holy cow, let's go. How much you making an hour? I am making, I mean, it's very RNG based. So in the last hour, I've made like 50 mil-ish, at least, probably 60 mil. But I dropped a Chimera and a braided Griffin Feather, which Chimera is not rare to get 1 an hour, but the Griffin Feather doesn't usually happen. So most likely, I should be getting somewhere around 35 mil an hour on average, 35 to 40 mil, something like that. How you playing on Lunar? My game keeps crashing on 1.21.10 Fabric mod folder. I mean, I'm using 1.21.11 at the moment, but I played on 1.21.10 yesterday and I didn't have any issues. So I don't know, dude. I don't know. There is a mod that I got that's like not enough crashes or something. It's the name of the mod, and it'll tell you why your game crashes when it does crash. So that could be a good mod for you to get. Yoink. Pushed to Iron Man because I felt like I was just grinding one thing the entire time just to buy whatever I wanted on normal. I mean, yeah, you like that's definitely an option to do on normal, but you can choose to play like an Iron Man on a normal profile and still have the option to skip stuff that you want to skip. That's what I like. I think that's kind of how I've done my normal profile for the most part, because I mean, I've been going for SkyBlock XP, you know, and for SkyBlock XP you got to max out bestiaries, so you have to grind out all this different stuff. You have to grind out all your crop milestones, get all your powder, all that other stuff. So you still got to play all the things, but if there's something like back in the day, grinding quartz for Terminator was terrible. It's a lot better now, but back in the day it was really bad. So it would have taken me like 10 hours of quartz farming to get one Terminator or something ridiculous, so I just bought the quartz instead. And that was, of course, a lot nicer than having to Iron Man that. That would have sucked. For sure. So that's what I like about a regular profile. Yoink. Not to mention switch my profile over. I'm looking at nearly a month. Yeah, it does take a while to switch. That is true. That is factual. 231k damage, actually normal for 800 magical power. I mean, it depends on the weapon and the pet, but, and also what you're hitting, I guess. Because, you know, different mobs have different amounts of defense, etc. But, like, for me right now, like, I think if I was hitting a mob with just, like, my Dayblade, like, that's not a regular mob, like a mythological mob, I mean, I'd probably be doing, like, 2 mil. Something like that, and I got like 2.5 times that magic power, and of course all the attributes and other stuff. So it just depends on a lot of factors, but I would say that's not bad, like 50k. 50 mil minus with legendary Griffin on mythological mobs. Yeah, that's about where it should be. I would get a Dayblade. Dayblade is goated, even if it's not fragged. Once you like, it might not do enough damage right off the rip, but once you get some bestiaries, it'll pass the Midas pretty quickly. Bam, bam. Next. Where is bro? Just having me go over here? Okay. Fair enough. I know the yaw and speed for farming wheat. Depends on the farm you're using. Because for me, I did like water on top of soul sand using Depth Strider 2, and I used 400 speed, I think was the strat then, and like just regular 90 yaw. I think generally it's, you know, like 90 yaw 0 pitch or vice versa. I think is usually the way you do it for like wheat, carrots, potatoes. Look straight in a direction and walk left to right without pressing forward. Usually. Currently, DXP starts tomorrow for a month, so it's quite the perfect time. Is that a Winecraft thing? I'm guessing. Oh, double XP English. Yeah, I understand now. My brain does not brain. Brain, no brain. Trying to get the sticks now. Oh, yeah, I got you. That is fair. On Iron Man, that is a grind. It is a grind indeed. I just use Pooch and Mastiff till I get sticks. I mean, that's an option, but... Yes, it depends. A little bit. What level Griffin? Goes Legendary Griffin? Yeah, Legendary Griffin. Okay. So, I guess Mastiff wouldn't lower your magic find, right? Like, I'm assuming we're not using... I guess with Legendary Griffin, you can't get Crown of Greed now. So, fair enough. Yo, Quag found a mythological die? Bro, that's what I need. What the heck? What the heck, man? What I'm trying to get. SMH my head. Legendary level 97 and do nearly 300k. Okay. That should be chill then. What magical power are you using? Okay, hi. Got him. Hello there, sir. Gonna pop this real quick. Give me a Manticore. Do it. That could have hurt. That hurt. Could have hurt more than it did, at least. Still hurt quite a bit. So I Necron tank or Goldor tank in Master Mode, and how can I have a lot of health for actually tanking? I mean, depends, honestly. If you can Necron tank, then you should do that. But if you can't handle it, then do Goldor tanking. But, I mean, lots of health. I mean, it's just Kata levels, getting Master Stars is very important. Those are the two best ways to get extra health, of course. And usually you can use Baby Yeti. If you're struggling with Baby Yeti too much, though, then you can try Blue Whale, and I think that can be better for EHP. But usually Baby Yeti pet go burr. Doing Silky with Mastiff. Okay, and like when you're not doing Mastiff, what's your armor set? Yeet. Do. I haven't seen an ink in forever, bro. What the heck? Like, we spawned that one ink, got him to respawn with cocooning, and then haven't seen a second one since then. Like, what's going on, dude? Hello? Alright then. That was weird. For everyone. Oh, Challenger? Yeah, that would be why. That would be the reason. Challenger is booty cheeks. Pretty much. Yoink. Challenger is booty cheeks. Tried Necron tank F7 and didn't have the same health as the Goldor. I mean, yeah, you're not gonna have the same health. That's how it works. It's just if you're high enough Kata level, then you don't need as much health to survive. You're sacrificing the extra health for damage because you're not dying anyways, even with lower health. That's when you should be Necron tanking. So if you can't Necron tank because you're dying while Necron tanking, then just Goldor tank. That's kind of the strat. But yeah, again, it depends on your Kata level. So if you're like less than Kata 30, then that'll probably happen. Usually you can Necron tank around Kata 30. Usually the kind of time that'll happen. But yeah, you'll have to make sure to use Yeti Pet the whole time in that case. Kata 38, and we're dying. Wait, we're dying in Necron tanking at Kata 38. Hold up. Hold up. What's our helmet? Are we not using Reaper Mask? Bam, bam. Smoke. Do. Probably, I don't know. If we're using Reaper Mask and that's still happening, then I don't know, bro. It might just be your team skill issuing. Could be the problem. I mean, if you're gonna, like, if you're standing in the laser, you're of course gonna die no matter what, but why Reaper? Because it increases your healing and your defense by a bunch. You get a ton of healing, ton of defense. It's kind of goated. I'll probably just look at the trailer cats if I remember. I'll check it out. But we'll see. We'll see. Yoink. Get him. I might try it out off stream, and then if I enjoy it enough, we might stream it. But I don't want to commit to anything too much, you know? So I'd probably rather stream Hightail at the moment. I'm having a lot of fun with Hightail. Yo, let's go Lurks, GG. Farming for Spear right now, and I'm only still here because 2B is live. The grind is real out here, bro. But yeah, very important piece of Necron tanking is having Yeti Pet. True. Got all that strength with Necron, so then Yeti Pet go Burr. Bam. Do. Got you. Yoink. Don't need a lot of strength for the work of Baby Yeti Pet. Am I misremembering how Baby Yeti Pet works? Am I tripping? Gain percentage of your strength is defense. Bam. Next. Thing is, it's again, the Reaper Mask is for the healing. And it does give a lot of defense. Like, where's my... Do I have a Reaper Mask on me? There it is. Like, in dungeons, it's 500 health and 130 defense. But the main thing, it doubles your mending, doubles your vitality. Like, that's the part that matters, because you're going to be able to out-heal a lot of stuff with that. Versus, like, do I have... I don't have my storm helmet. Where's my storm helmet? What did I do with it? I don't even know. I had one at one point. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Wouldn't have thrown it in a museum, would I? Did I throw my whole storm set in a museum? I might have done that. I think that's what I did. Let's look at storm, for example. You know what? Let's just look up Necron helmet. Yoink. There you go. 180 health, 100 defense, 40 strength. Like, that's not going to help as much. It's not going to be as much defense as running the Reaper. Plus, you get, like, way more health from the Reaper. So it do go ham. It do go ham. Like 4 times, or at least double, maybe triple, the HP on Reaper Mask. Kind of cooked. But yeah, I got you. Bonzo Mask probably better for surviving max sword rages after the enrage doesn't do damage anymore. Yeah, a lot of times for like the start of the fight, you can run Bonzo Mask, and then after that you can swap. But it just depends on if your party knows what they're doing, really, and if they're gonna die to laser beam or not. Realistically. Yoink. Smoke. I mean, also, the thing is, for F7, you can just Wither Cloak. You know? F7, just Wither Cloak max sword, and then just keep the Reaper Mask. Is an option. You can do the Bonzo just in case somebody gets struck by lightning and, you know, you take a lot of damage off of that or something, but, or if you get struck by lightning. But, yeah, REI, I think I have that on the other version, but I'm not using the mods right now, because, I mean, realistically, for this, I don't need them. Like, when I got, like, I downloaded all those mods yesterday and had them all active, it was, like, realistically, I disabled literally everything. I don't really need most of them. Like, I'm sure, I mean, the main thing that would be nice is the profile viewer was good, and, like, having, when you open your inventory, having, like, all the items in the search bar. That was kind of the things that I want. Profile review, the search bar, and, like, all the item API. Like, that's what I really want. The only things I really need right now. And I'm sure there will be more stuff that comes up that I'm like, okay, that'd be nice. But if I could just like default set all of the mods to have nothing activated and then just activate what I want, that would be so much nicer. Finally, an Inquisitor. Hello, Bozo. It's steel. Alright, we're going to swap. Maybe. 1, 2, 3. Sit still, please. Oh, no magic finds. I mean, we got the magic find swap, but no drops. Feels bad. Alright, let me find... Where is my flower? Here it is. Much bit. I don't know why I'm rushing. I don't know. Don't ask, because I don't know. For the code, but I don't know if it's a bug or not, but it feels like 70% of the time my mana gets instant drained, so it blocks like 1 tick of damage. That is interesting. Yoink. How do I be determined to do something? Good question. Use code 2BD in the Hightail store. That always helps. For real, for real. Do 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 do. Good question. How do I answer this, chat? How do I be determined to do something? I feel like it cannot be learned, or it must be learned, I guess. It is a skill that must be learned. There you go. First try. For real, for real. We're gonna go with the Dojo Sensei strat. Yo, what's good, Fulcrum? How's it going, bro? We got this right here. Hello, sir. I will be determined to learn that skill. Thanks for the tip. This is the way. He's getting it. He's getting it. Congrats on YouTube ranking 250K. Yes, sir. Thank you. And by the way, fellas, we are on our way to 32,000 subs. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do that. We are closing in. Closing in. Okay, another one. Hi. Stay. Stay. Good. Now drop me a checkbook. Right now. Right now. We are cooking. We are cooking. Huge. Let's go. Let's go. I really don't need to record those anymore. I don't know why I'm doing that. Maybe we'll drop a mythological die and can add that into a video. Perhaps. Perhaps. Do-do-do-do. I don't know why it says that is my name and not Cub. Oh, okay. I got you. I was like, hold up. Wait a minute. Like, who? Like, you said you said I had your Discord. I was like, wait a minute. Do I know? I'm trying to remember. Who is this? I'll have to look up the name later. Heck W, that is crazy. Crazy. But yeah, chimeras are down bad now. Chimeras are down bad. We've had Diana for too long. Also, Magic Find rework announcement. Heck W. Everybody's freaking out. I do need to start saving up Chimera books for whenever Guardian Slayer comes out. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do it. There's a chance. Small chance, but a chance. You know what is crazy to me? That we still don't have the a pet skin on the G-Drag. For how long we've had it. And how many rolls we've had of possibly having to do that. Like, crazy, dude. Craziness. Guardian Slayer? Yeah, I mean, that's not new news. That's been announced for like a year and a half at this point. It's not out yet. It's going to be happening at some point this year, though. Didn't even know Tarantula T5 came out, bruh. Crazy. Got you. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I'll have to take a look, see how Windcraft shenanigans are doing. We do have Marina in 39 hours. So should I fish while she's here? Maybe. I don't know. I don't really need the coins as much now. Decisions. We're also getting to that point of like, I'm kind of trying to force the hightail content. Like, I'm not trying to force it, you know. I'm having a great time with it. But like, I'm trying to transition a little bit out of just SkyBlock content is what I'm trying to say here. And I don't know, man. Like, again, I'm enjoying it. It's just most of the hightail stuff's not getting views. It's the guide stuff that's getting views. So I really need to like figure out more guides that people want, realistically. Like, when you guys are playing hightail, what's the most confusing thing? Because I feel like I should probably, like, I'm not knowledgeable enough on the mods. I guess maybe I could try and start learning the mod system and try and make guides on that. But, like, I feel like I'm way out of my league on that. Probably. I feel like Hypixel can take a lot of inspiration from what Hightail's doing, like raids and stuff like that, for sure. Yeah, they could definitely do some pretty cool stuff, implement some systems. I think, you know, Hightail's also taking some inspiration. Like, they're going to be adding in their new, like, mining skill trees and stuff. Is something that's going to be happening, so. Taking inspiration from each other, because it's the same company, right? It's two different teams, so might as well. Might as well. Alrighty, have a good one, Fulcrum. Yoink. Do. Next. Play Roblox. I mean, that's kind of what Hightail's trying to stomp out now, isn't it? Simon just made a tweet, actually. I think it was yesterday. Talking about Roblox. Because, like, Roblox announced some, like, big... They're making, like, some AI thing where you can just type in a game, like a type of game that you want it to make, and it'll just make you, you know, some AI game. So like they're moving in that direction of not even having people making games, which Simon's like, Hightail will never do this, and so then Hightail will succeed. That's just how it'll be. Again, AI is cool, don't get me wrong. But if they, like, I think, you know, where they've got it right now is fine for Roblox. But, like, if they end up doing where, all right, no more people making games, or people making games are going to make less money because of the AI, you know, then wherever the creators go is where the community will be, generally, you know? That's usually what'll happen. I unlocked backpack, made another unlocked backpack item, and learned it's a one-time consumption. Yeah, that would be something. I did make a guide on like the best starter, and it was how to get a backpack. And then literally like right after I made that video, they made getting backpacks cheaper, so it costs less leather than it did originally. And they also made it so that you can kill different mobs for more medium leather to be able to make the backpack. So I could remake that guide. That'd be an option. That is an option. Roblox just be delusional about what people want. Roblox got some issues, that's for sure. That is for sure. 100%. I mean, we could go... There's Dark Auction, chat. Do I go check it out? Thoughts? Maybe. Maybe we get Dark Purple dye today. How much are those going for now? Dark Purple. They are 200 mil. I don't have a ton of moolah, but I don't even know if I could actually get into a dark auction. Y'all think I have enough money for it? Less than 1.2 bill? Is that enough to get in now? Have they calmed down a little bit on the restrictions for getting into those? Or nah? Let's try it, I guess. If we don't get in, we'll at least see how much it costs to get in now on a Saturday 3 p.m. dark auction. Got in with 80 mil. Okay, we should be chilling. Should be vibing. Let me in. Yo, what's good, Ultra? It's just a code for Hightails. We don't have a code for SkyBlock yet. But yeah, if y'all buy Hightail, make sure you use code 2BD. For sure, for sure. Are they gonna let me in? Okay. Taking their sweet time. I should have nicknamed. That pops up. And I'm not nicknamed. It's gonna be bad for me. It's gonna be bad. I'm bad at rating in Minecraft. What happened? Uh-oh. No bueno. That's me in Clash of Clans, bro. I'm so bad at Clash of Clans now. It's too complex. Like, I get somewhat knowledgeable on the raid of, like, the town hall level that I'm at. But heck W. Hold up. Do. Only thing missing is voter badge upgrades now. That is the grind. How back above a bill? I may or may not have sold my second G-Drag. Maybe. Maybe. Do. Had to sell one G-Drag to feed the other G-Drag, you know? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, soon. Think we got red name before the end of December, I believe it was, right? I think it was like the Sunday before Christmas. So we've got, you know, a couple, 5 more months or so, 4.5 months before we get Hightail creator code. But I can survive that long, surely. A lot of skill in different classes, and I switched to Mage Warrior. How many classes are there in Minecraft now? It was red name before 2027. Good luck, dude. It is a grind. Tis a grind out here. Bing, 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 bing. 5 right now, but a 6 comes out in the update. Yo. Crazy. See, if they were to do classes like that on SkyBlock, then I'd be more inclined to start a new profile. It was like, all right, get this one profile to max. Let's start the second profile. Just regular stuff, no Iron Man shenanigans. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, so whether already, whatever's after this, if it's not dark purple dye, then we're out of here. Then we're out of here. We're moving on. How much are these worth nowadays? 36? Bro, that's crazy. I bought my wither artifact for like a lot more than that. It was a lot more than that. I think I got a pretty good deal on my wither arty because I got like a really low like count dark auction or something. So I think I did only get it for like 100 mil when it was worth like 200 at the time, but still. So cheap now. Crazy. Come on. I believe. Kind of sucks in my opinion that warrior plays with spells. So it's just, is it like a like variety class? Like you can just do whatever you want as a warrior? like the only useful build on it. That is wacky. All right, bunch of garbage. Get me out of here. Deposit a bill and get a schmoove on. Chat, if anybody gets Vanguard, let me know. I do have a skeleton key. I could try to do Vanguard today. That would be a little something, which we're going to have coal coming up, right? So I'll go for some when that's going on. I'll do some while that's happening. Each class gets 3 spells, but some classes are useful without them. Gotcha. Yoink. Makes sense. Smokes. Next. Come here, boy. Get him. All right. So I've been thinking of doing some like hightail challenge run streams where we like try to beat the game with a certain challenge going on. So what's some cool challenges we could do? Because I mean, I know there's plenty of there's a lot of Minecraft to take inspiration from. A lot of Minecraft videos take inspiration from here. So if there's any like Minecraft challenge videos that y'all have watched that were like, yo, that would be cool, then that could be something. I mean, I could do like just one weapon type only. That could be something. Like I try out hammer only or battle axe only build for a run. I feel like, I mean, again, it's not like that difficult to do, but it would make things a little more interesting. Thing is, right now, like there's not like a final boss. Once they get to the point where there's a final boss in Hytale, like, you know, at the moment people are just getting to Frost Dragon and that's the end. But once you can actually fight the Frost Dragon, that's gonna make it a lot more interesting for a lot more people, I think. But we'll have to see. Have to see what kind of shenanigans go down. Come here, boy. Decisions. There's a lot to figure out, though. Because it is, I mean, very different scene. Like, Hytale's a very different scene from SkyBlock. So I'm having to, like, go back and remember what it was like watching Minecraft content when I was younger and things that would be cool. I mean, there's definitely like I could just do the Dan TDM like mod showcases. Low key, probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. Which I did record one. They did make like a RPG mod for Hytale. Somebody made like RPG skills and stuff, but it wasn't like the greatest mod. So I didn't really love it. Next, grab this. Smoked. Another one. See, the cool thing now is, what the crud? I just cocooned this guy twice. 2.5% chance times 2. Oh. Where's my griffin pet now? Right here. Hi. Ay. What a nuisance. Anyways. Bam. Also, I like the fact you can have weapon skins and you can get ranks without having to buy them, technically. Yeah. Like, there's some pretty cool shenanigans. But yeah, that was what I was saying, is like textures. Like, the iBlock's going to be able to have that. Which I'm also excited for this Ravensguard game when that comes out. See how that does. That could be fun. I mean, generally for me, I'm not a very PvP player. Like, I just don't love PvP stuff nowadays. I did when I was younger. I'm too old to keep up with the youngsters anymore, though. I mean, maybe if I'm playing it, 5 hours a day, then I'll be good enough, but that's like too much to get champ rank, which I have. Fair enough. Yeah, isn't it like $100 for like the top rank on Winecraft? I want to say something like that. Absolute shenanigans. It is, dang. That is kind of wild. Kind of crazy. You can buy shares, which you can trade for in-game currency, and then buy the rank, which I did. Fair enough. Like shares in the actual company. Like, wait, what? That's a wild. Minecraft rumor reveal was quite nice. Yeah, I have to watch it. A lot of people talking good about it, so I have to see what the fuss is about. For sure. Come here, boy. All right, very nice. Very nice, very nice. Called Silver Bull Share. Interesting. Like cookies, but you can buy them with in-game currency and real-life dollars. Oh, okay, gotcha. Comprendo. Do. That makes sense. That do make sense. So you trade 20 boost cookies for VIP? Gotcha. Yeah, that would be a cool system. Thing is, like, it's not just like for Hypixel. I guess it wouldn't just be for SkyBlock, you know. Then you have VIP rank, which gives you know, stuff in like Bed Wars and Sky Wars and all this other stuff, right? So it'd be a lot bigger package to earn there. I mean, to be fair, it's not expensive to get with IRL currency, but boom, boom, for how much stuff you get for it. Paid like 200 shares for champ rank, got robbed of like 40 mil emeralds, bruh. Yikes. VIP rank is OP for zombies. Oh, is it? I haven't played zombies mode since I got red name. Maybe we should go try that. See what happens. Maybe my teammates actually won't leave for once. That would be cool. Got back from an hour-and-a-half practice of parallel parking at the DMV. Oh boy. I had my only uncle who's a truck driver judge, and he said I passed about 80% of it in his books. Nice. Nice. Yeah, the worst part of driver's ed for me was like the test, like the paper test thing of like when it's okay to not stop for a school bus and all that stuff. You're in a 5-lane highway with a median, then you can, you know, do whatever, but like I don't know who lives on the side of a highway like that that is allowing their kid to get picked up by a school bus. That's wild. Yoink. This was an airball base of how examiner is. Yeah, I had a pretty good examiner. It was like, there was one thing where he was like, when I say go, like, you know, you're gonna go, basically. And so he said, when I say go, you're gonna go, all right? And I was like, all right. He said, when I say go, and then he paused. And then he was gonna continue, but he paused for so long, I was like, does he want me to go now? So I started going. He's like, wait. Like, my bad, I guess. Slight miscommunication. I mean, I was on edge, so maybe it wasn't that long. You know, I was a little nervous, but my examiner was low-key chill, fell asleep in the test. Dang. Yeah, my guy he was pretty serious, which I kind of liked, honestly. You know, I didn't want somebody who was gonna fall asleep. I wanted to pass and know that I'd actually earned it, you know, and was actually able to drive safely. Like, it's not just mom with mom glasses, you know, telling me that I drive safe. Heck W. It was funny. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know why I could not hit that Minotaur. Very confident on the rest of the test, but scared for parallel. Got you. Yeah, I think, I don't know. Most of it, like, there's a lot of stuff that I did in, like, driver's ed that I didn't actually have to do in the test, which was weird. Like, I don't think he had me do... Maybe he did. I don't think he had me parallel park. Maybe he did. I don't know. I wasn't stressed about parallel parking. The thing I was stressed about was, like, the 3-corner turn. That's what I didn't want to do. And I think he made me do that, if I remember right. I want to say I had to do that. But it went pretty well. So, I do not like 3-corner turns. Stressed me out. It takes too long. But we did it on, like, you know, a back road, so it wasn't, like, in the middle of the highway or anything. Don't get why they have me do parallel, because the closest place to parallel park to me is 4 hours away. I mean, just because the closest place is there doesn't mean you, like, are never going to go somewhere that's 4 hours away, right? Like, there's going to be a time when you go to, like, a concert or something, or baseball game, whatever it is. You're going to go to something in the city and have to parallel park. So unlike most things in school that you learn that you're never going to use, that one you'll actually use at some point. At some point in your life, you'll have to have a parallel park. It'll happen. Thought they want to take me on an 8-hour driving test? Yeah, I mean, they're not going to have you, you know, do that on a driving test. But, like, it's going to be used at some point in time, so you got to learn it. You know? I'm doing solo beast. It's just I don't like to have to loot share as much, because then I spend more time glancing at the game chat than I do looking at the YouTube chat. So it's just easier for me to do stuff solo and not have to worry about ruining everybody else's rates if I'm going slow. Cocoon 2 times in a row is a 0.0625% chance. That's crazy. And we just had that. Like, on a non-slayer mob. That's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. Bing, 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 bing. All right. Yeah, I can't remember if I had a parallel park. I want to say I did, but I was pretty good at parallel parking, so it wasn't like that stressful. It wasn't too bad. I mean, it wasn't the most fun thing in the world, but it wasn't too bad. I had to parallel park in, like, my driver's ed, but I don't think I had to on the test. Don't like how it's an airball on the move the examiner's on if I get to do the test, because first thing is parallel, where you have to turn 180 to even set up for it for the spot. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't be easy. You know? Shouldn't be the most easy thing in the world. Like, you're literally... Driver's ed is giving someone permission to drive a killing machine at 70 miles an hour. In some areas. Like, you gotta be good at it. You're literally putting people's lives in this person's hands. You gotta make sure they know what they're doing. I guess parallel parking, you're probably not gonna, you know, run somebody over, but still, you could end up damaging someone's car, which could cost a lot of money. So, still big stakes. Chill, chill, chill. Alright, we're good. The cows, bro. They're so aggressive for no reason. SMH. Oh, okay, hi. See, these guys are aggressive for a reason. Because I am here specifically to kill them. They are being hunted. I am the Inquisitor Terminator. Straight up. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Boom. Dang it. Didn't get my magic fund swap off. Hold on. It's a test if you know all controls like high beams and stuff. Then you go around the building 90 degrees for the first one. Then you got to do a 180 out of it, doing the opposite side of what you just did. Then you continue. Then it's parking, test, and then actual driving. Okay. I mean, still, it's good stuff to know. Thoughts on age limit for driver's license? I mean, where I live, it's 16, which I feel like is pretty valid. And you can start driving at like 15 with a permit. But I feel like that's a pretty good age. I feel like when I was 14, I probably would have done something stupid, but by the time I was 15 and a half, I kind of had enough brain power. Age cap, not limit. Oh, I mean, it would probably be a good thing at a certain point to have an age limit, or at least like once you hit a certain age, you have to do like, I know they have, you know, every couple of years you have to go do your driver's test again. Make sure you still know what you're doing, but like if you hit a certain age limit, you need to have to like, I don't know, get like an eye test to make sure your vision's good and your awareness is good and everything, because definitely the biggest thing you lose with age is awareness. For sure. Yoink. Old people scare me sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Most of the time when I've had scares, it's like it's usually somebody in like their 30s or somebody young most of the time doing something stupid or just not paying attention, looking at their phone, you know? Usually it's somebody in their 30s looking at their phone. That's most of the time whenever I've had issues, so. Like, usually when it's older people, they're honestly more careful than anybody else. They drive slow, which I don't think is, you know, that terrible. But what's your equipment? We are currently running Rift Necklace, Golden Fleece, Primordial, and Magma Lord Gauntlet with this gear. Yoink. How's it going, Eagle? What's up, bro? Mic seems kind of quiet. I literally turned it up. I don't know what you want from me. How about that? Heck W. I mean, I guess I could like turn it towards me a little bit more, but I am looking away from the mic when I'm talking. That's probably part of it. Maybe we'll get licenses for like 10 years before having to renew them. That is a little bit long. Maybe a little bit long. Maybe once you get to a certain age, you have to check in a little more frequently. I don't think you should like not be allowed to drive because you're a certain age, but definitely have like more checkups at that point would be a good idea. Bam, 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 bam. And then if you end up, you know, having like some health issues with like your vision or your hearing, then probably have to get like another checkup if something like that comes up. Be like, all right, are you sure you're able to drive? Let's double check. Can't sleep. What do I do? Play Night Rain in a little bit. That'd be the strat. For real, for real. Good, good. How about you? Doing good. Was on a first date yesterday. It went so good. Also my first ever real date. Nice. Very nice. Just remember priorities. Okay. Heck W. Women are downtime, guys. Just remember that. Just remember that. But nah, congrats, bro. Very nice. Very nice. Lock in. Crazy. But hey, see, that's part of the plan. You gotta make sure you get her into SkyBlock though, okay? You gotta get her into SkyBlock. And then after that, you know, then you're fine. You gotta like have her in the co-op, but also, you know, just in case things go sideways, you gotta have your alt in the co-op as well. So then if you have to, slash co-op kick. But in the meantime, you get, you know, get somebody to help out with the grind. This is the way. Heck W. I'm trolling. Just to clarify, we're trolling here, boys. We do a little trolling with the alts, but definitely get her on the co-op, bro. It's the strat. The strat. Yoink. Like, start a second account. And then, if it goes sideways, then you still have the main account. No, definitely get her into SkyBlock. You gotta get her into SkyBlock. That's, like, have to do it. So then you go, you know, instead of downtiming on IRL dates, you do your E dates and do some M7. You know? That's the meta. Rivals better. Heck W. So you think that, I mean, that's a good way to learn about a person. Because if you go into Rivals and she's playing Squirrel Girl, bro, that one's not a keeper, man. It's not a keeper. Best advice ever, for real, dude. I just tried to give me some dating advice and I low-key didn't listen. Heck W. Fair enough. Fair enough. So getting Greg Bank back, and I thought, okay, is this going to be a diamond mining stream? Not quite, not quite. We do a little gambling. And we actually did get Greg Bank back because I sold one of my Gregories. I was like, you know what? The pet item swapping updates come out. I don't really need the second G-Dragon. Let's just get rid of him. So I sold one of our Gregories for the good of the other Gregory. Away. Here. Yoink. Now she plays Luna or even tank. That's a keeper. Just don't let her be like Zaza or CC. Heck W. Yeah, if you find yourself an invisible woman, dude, that's the way. That's the way. She immediately locks invisible woman. You got support for life. I gotta make a short now of like how to tell if she's the one based on what Marvel's rival character she plays, you know? That sounds like a short for real. Somebody's made that short, 100%. Someone has made that short. Get yourself a Kingsman, not a Zaza. For real, bro. Crazy. Last night was trying to set up Raspberry Pi to block most ads on my Wi-Fi, and to do that I had to blah 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 blah, and couldn't get it to work. Unlucky, bro. Well, at least I make more money off of it. Smile. Smile. Heck W. Personally, I like the hashtag ads. Just throwing that out there. Totally not biased. Heck W. I screamed at in a call with Kayla. I got jump scared. What in the world? What happened? She dropped a die or something? Like, Next. Where is Kime number 3, bro? What's going on here? I need more coins. You know they're gonna have an update that's gonna ruin me again, or Slothy's gonna make us hit another membership goal. That guild chat? Oh goodness. What am I looking at? Do. Wait for it. What? There's so much stuff in guild chat. I haven't looked at guild chat in a while. What am I looking at? Group chat, not guild chat. Okay. My bad. Oh goodness. Okay, I'll have to listen to that later. Heck W. I will check that out. Devs hinted that there won't that there would even be whole new stats, so yeah, your concerns are valid, I think. Wait, for what? What are we talking about? For Wingcraft? Is that what's happening? Or Skyblock? Because I know the devs did hint at adding some new Skyblock stats. Bing, bing. SkyBlock, yeah. Because there was, I think with fishing, was that the update they were referencing? Or for pet luck? Are they going to swap out pet luck? I don't know. New stats, though. I'm excited. I just like hinting at future stuff that's still kind of distant and shadowy. Yeah. That's always the best when they leave it mysterious. Because, well, I mean, it can be the best. Because there's two things that happen. First off, you imagine something, and it can't, for the devs, it's good if you imagine something that's not as good as what it ends up being. You know, like if for like Lakeside Tunnels update, right, we imagined, you know, not revamping like mining spread, excuse me, and all that stuff, and like not adding a new equipment piece. And then whenever the update drops, they added all that stuff. It's like, yo, that's way better. But what can also happen is you imagine a crazy goated update, and then the update ends up being like worse than you imagined, and that can be not great. That could be less than ideal. So what's the best is when they don't reference it at all, and then they just shadow drop an update. Like, not shadow drop it, but like bang, just out of nowhere. No heads up. Maybe they give you a heads up like a week ahead, like, hey, we're having maintenance for a random update. You're like, wait, what? We're getting an update? Then you still have hype build up for like a week, and then update happens, and it's brand new content. You have no clue what to do. Like, no alpha or anything, and everybody's just learning stuff. It's like, yeah, that's the best. Like, that's what Mountaintop was. When Rift Mountaintop came out, bro, that was peak cinema. That is the best update release they've done in the last, like, 2 or 3 years, I would say. That's what I like, is when there's no alpha and it just releases. Which there weren't really many bugs with Rift Mountaintop either, was the nice thing. So if they can, like, get to a system like that where they've got alpha testers who find all the bugs without actually opening alpha to everyone, like if nerds can find all the bugs, SkyBlock nerds can get all the bugs done before it releases on main, and we don't even get to see the alpha, like, that would be kind of crazy. That would be kind of crazy. Or what would be great is if I don't know. I don't. Yeah, never mind. Thinking, like, if they were to do an update and just have, like, the YouTubers stream it, like, YouTubers get early access, and then you just have, like, everyone in chat is just trying to find bugs the whole time. Instead of actually exploring the update, you just get, like, access to the very minimal part of the update, and your job is to just find as many bugs as you possibly can. Could go crazy, but I think it's just better to give more access to more people in alpha than if you're already going to show it to everybody anyways. Yeah, alpha is kind of annoying. Like, I like having the ability to give feedback before stuff is actually added to the game for big things like that. But I mean, you know, ideally, it would just be nice if they knew what we wanted. And just like bada bing, bada boom, updates out with no bugs. But that is a lot to ask. So I get why they have it. It would be better if they didn't, but I understand the reasoning. Looking Iron Sword on the right of your hotbar. I've been distracted a bit. What are they? Grimoire. And that's my Estrella. So Grimoire just for getting my soul flow up. Or overflow mana up if I need it. If I do teleport too much, then we use that. Alpha isn't going to be quality controlled, and is it worth the reduction in hype? Yeah, that's really the question. Like, it's better to have an alpha and have the update work with no dupes and no, like, white bugs than to have the alpha and then to not have an alpha and have those things released. But it's also better to not have an alpha, have no bugs, and have the update go smoothly than to have an alpha and, you know, not find any bugs anyways. So it's like they're playing it safe, realistically, by having an alpha, which I appreciate because, you know, if they do have, like, wipes are a big deal. If you get wiped, that's pretty problematic. So it would be frustrating for that to happen, which, you know, forging alpha, I think, is definitely something that had to happen. But if they could do more updates in the future where they don't have to worry about that, which hopefully is what 1.21 being here permanently would mean, that would be great. And then, you know, maybe they just release updates like the pet swapping thing on alpha. Like, I feel like pet swapping, that wasn't like the biggest deal that was on alpha. It's kind of a good thing because then they could balance it, you know, like if it would have released and minus relic nerf had been in that update, then that would have sucked. But since they put it on alpha, we got to talk them out of doing that nerf, at least for now. So that's definitely a good thing. But, you know, for big updates in the future, like, it would be much better if they could release Lotus Atoll and, like, the second Galatia Island without us seeing them on alpha. That would be super nice if that is something that's obtainable, which I think is very obtainable once they've got everything working on 1.21. You know, I think with the way that client side and server side stuff works there, it should be fine. So it would be very nice if they would just, you know, not release those for everyone on alpha and just wait until it's fully ready and then release it on main with no alpha. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I did 14 hours Diana for 4 books, all loot shared. I'm 74 own spawns dry with 390 magic find. Dang, 74 is crazy. That is big yikes. I think, I don't know, I had a pretty dry streak at one point during Aura. It was pretty bad of own Inquisitors, like 30 or something, and my drop rate should be like 9 or 10% with what magic find I had and everything. So that was pretty yikes. But like, yeah, 75 is crazy. That is crazy. Chill. Eat. But anyways, that's just my 2 cents. Know what I'm saying? Alright, I got Discord ping. Give me a moment. I'm dealing with that. Alright. Cool. Grind is real out here, bro. Party full, I'm doing solo. Just easier for my brain to not have to stress on whether I'm slow or not. We're just chilling. Maybe dropping a mythological die would be cool, but that's really the only thing I really need now. We got the Greg Bank back, so kind of vibing now. Kind of high-key vibing. Isn't it reduced rate solo, though? Not really, because, you know, you only have a 1 in 5 chance when you're loot sharing stuff. So, you know, in the time that you go and loot share 5 Inquisitors, you could have spawned 1 or 2 yourself. And so it's just easier to do your own stuff, which right now I'm on a pretty dry streak. I'm not spawning a lot of inks. So maybe for me at the moment it would be better, but with usual rates, I would have spawned a few by now. Is my tracking? I do have... My beacon should still be active. I don't think I'm missing any tracking otherwise. Probably just because Diana only has Mythological Perk active at the moment. Probably part of the reason. But anyways, also like maybe I would have done parties back when Shimmering Wool was still expensive and just loot shared kings only. But loot sharing inks and kings, like loot sharing inks specifically, is just a lot with how often they spawn now. And also Shimmering Wools are down to like less than 60 million coins, which is crazy. Actually crazy how cheap they're going for now. Can't believe they've done this. Can't believe it. Yoink. Anyways, it is what it is. Guild raid party disbanded. Unlucky, bro. Unlucky. Yeah, Shimmering Wolves are down bad, man. They're down real bad. Check this out. Lowest price Shimmering Wool, 58, 58, 58, 59, 9.5. There's like 10 wools at 60 mil or less. Crazy. Craziness. It's absurd what goes on around these parts nowadays. Boy. Cocoon. Like double the reward so guilds are OP. Gotcha, gotcha. Makes sense. Yoink. Where are my Inquisitors? I'm trying to spawn them and they are not spawning. They're ruining my vibe. Want a refund? The mate. What I really need now. The thing is, right? They're gonna release. Actually, hold up. Forgot about this. Hi, Fergor. We call Fred. Fred. I think that's few of the only things I need now. I need to get the omelets. I forgot. I do have to spend money on omelets. Oh, wait, no. I bought all the omelets. Lol. So, yeah. We're good. I have all the things prepped for alpha revamp, for museum revamp, all that stuff. So, we're chilling. I don't have to spend any more money on anything until the next update comes out after alpha revamp. Or if they do another update before then, that's like something else. But alpha or a hub revamp. I keep calling it alpha revamp. Hub revamp is coming out on February 24th, so we got like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks till that happens. So I'll definitely be live when that's happening. I imagine they're gonna have to have maintenance. Yeah. So depending on how long that maintenance is, I might be live like the entire maintenance doing profile reviews. So we'll see. We shall see. Bought a skin? I did. We had to buy the neon blue Ender Dragon skin, which cost me 550 million coins. So I had to sell my second G-Drag to get my Greg Bank back. Rough out here, dude. But yeah, I will be having Nightbot randomly pick people from the chat is the game plan. That is the game plan. I'll probably do YouTube stream only to start. I don't know, maybe I'll stream on Twitch too, but the thing is YouTube will only be pulling, like Nightbot can only pull from one platform. So it'll be pulling from YouTube. So if you're on Twitch, you'll want to be watching the YouTube stream at least just to get, like, or like typing in the YouTube chat just to get a chance to get chosen for that. Force PV, that is true. We do have channel points on Twitch for PVs. Is an option. What do you recommend I do to get more damage? I have Giant Sword, T3 Crimson, and 860 magic power. Just more magic power. I would say go for 1,000 magic power and then get G-Drag. Would be the next step. That would be my recommendation. 07s per second, Greg, for real. He was a good lad. I sold him. Had to be done. Maybe I should at least put like antique remedies on him first, but probably not. Then it costs money to remove. And nobody's just gonna have an antique remedies on there anymore. You know what I'm saying? So. so green. So very, very green. Need one more kind book. Would be kind of clutch right now. Just saying. Would be kind of clutch. Just throwing it out there. There's so many burrows, so little time. I'll just go to this one. Yoink. Smoked. But anyways, I do need to do some hightail streams next week. I haven't done any this week. Which we've had a lot going on, to be fair. But we'll see what kind of shenanigans we get up to next week. Perhaps. We shall see. Maybe I do the hightail streams just on Twitch. Perhaps. Then I have to make 2 thumbnails. I'm going to do it on YouTube as well. That's doable. Does tungsten regulator have to be so expensive? What does it use again? There's something in it that's pricey now. Like, is it just the tungsten plate? Or the perfect opal? Perfect opal went up in price. That was one of the things. But yeah, like on day 1, it was flipped to, like day 1 of the alpha opening, it was a flip to do that, like to make tungsten regulators. I'm gonna pass, Blitz. I'm gonna pass. Happy birthday, though. Heck, W. Yoink. What I should do, though, is buy some boost cookies, because I am low-key running low. I got no bits. And these are profit for me, so pop all of those. Still over 100 mil. So we're still chilling. Hope that one day a bonus drill slot can be obtained. Like a bonus gemstone slot on the drill. That would be cool. That would be pretty cool. I mean, I guess they have that on Devon's drill, right? Don't you get an extra thing? Oh no, a universal module slot? Ooh. That would be a very nice upgrade for Devon's drill. For sure. Make it a lot more worth going for if they just added that to it. Have 2 different things on there. That would be very nice. For sure. 100%. Smoke. Get this one, and then we'll come back for the cocoons. Destroyed. We're getting a lot of drops. At the very least. I want to spawn 1 more ink, though. My goal for her right now. In 13 days, you have time to prep, brother. I'm not giving you 300 mil. Not happening. Heck W. Mods ban this guy. Get him out of here. About a timeout for your birthday. Heck W. 13-day timeout. For your birthday, you get untimed out. How about that? Not getting lucky with visitors. Only had Diaz and no one else. Dang. As far as the well, you can give them the bachelor's rose now. They fixed it, so you can do that at the very least. The rose of love, indeed. Indeed, indeed. Where's the ink? Where are they at? Haven't even made a plot with Wild Rose. Do it. Or just fill up your greenhouse with them. That works too. Stop. Where my brain food, bro? Where they at? Alright, well that was a Sphinx, which is the same rarity as an ink. Is that close enough? Debatable. Debatable. 19 years of being along gaming. This is the way. 19 years. Happy early birthday, bro. Heck yeah, man. Need non-enchanted to play in greenhouse. That is factual. But if you plant a rose plot, then it takes your enchanted roses and turns them into non-enchanted roses. So you can then plant some of those. Bada bing, bada boom. Or if the gift was not banning your timing out. Yeah, there you go. Unless, you know, you end up deserving a timeout. So, until that point. Hi. You freeze. Boom. Stop. Alright, come on. Come on. Please. Yoink. Yoink. Do not drop me, Chimera. I am depressed. Fine, though. Ease what it is. Alright, well, we got our Greg Bank back today. I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty happy. Skin did you get? The most expensive E-Drag skin on the market. Or it was until we bought the last one. Neon Blue Ender Jargon. There you have it. There you have it. It did cost us some coins. Trying to decide how many bachelor roses to set aside for the eventual maxing of voters badge. I would just check how many mayors you have in the visitor logbook that you haven't visited you yet, and just do that many. Would be my recommendation. Total of 6 uniques from common to epic, and it tops out at epic, or does no one know yet? It tops out at epic, yes, and I think it's 6 uniques. I'm not sure. How many have I done? I think it's more than 6, right? Don't you need all of them? Maybe it's... Because I've done like 3. Boom. We've got 4 left. Have I done 4? Don't know. Can we like do by rarity? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So I've done Aatrox, Diana, and Paul and Dia. So I've done 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means we just have these 4 left. The next one that I do, I get a talisman upgrade. And then we'll have the 3 after that, and it's probably 3 more to get the next upgrade after that. So you probably just got to get all 8 of them, I would think. Thought they don't work on mayors. They didn't on day 1, but that was a bug and they fixed it. So they do work now. Yoink. Oh, it was a Vang. My bad. Sorry. I was not paying attention. Unfortunate. My apologies. That would have been a good end to the stream, SMH. I'm throwing. Well, it'll be cool here in a couple days. I won't be live tomorrow. We're going to let the hightail video hopefully cook, which, again, that video goes up in 2 hours, so make sure to stay tuned for that. There will be a ping in Discord when that happens. But I will be live. I guess I won't be live on the day that this goes up, but I'll be live on Monday is the plan. Should be live on Monday. I might end up taking a day to edit. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But again, appreciate all the donos today. Thank you, boys. Absolute legends. Again, if you're on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, make sure to do that. And if you're on Twitch, hit that follow button for me. Helps out a lot. But we're going to go raid somebody on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, that is going to be all for today. So again, thank you guys for hanging out, and I'll catch you in the next one. God bless.